Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of our interview with Echo. You are not going to want to miss this. There is so much awesome information. How long have you been working on this map?
I started working on this map, I'm going to say early September.
Oh wow, and you're this far already?
Getting
I
there.
would
A
have
lot of the work was just set up, getting everything, working. That was the major part. That was the most time consuming. Building the map doesn't take as long. It still takes a very long time. It's not just aimlessly placing stuff. You do have to think about how everything works. So there's a lot of planning that goes into every area. So it takes a lot of time.
thought you've been working on this for like 3 months. Like seriously. The
No, I mean,
changes are just so drastic.
I'm trying to keep them drastic. I'm trying to make sure that it's still recognizable to the person who's played this map for a long time, but is still a new experience.
Seeing as how you've been doing this for what, roughly about a month. How long do you think it's going to be for you to actually finish the map?
I don't know. So I'm aiming for I don't know which release date is the
I believe
current
it's
one.
February 17th right now.
Yeah, is that what was officially announced?
I believe so, yes. I think
Because I
Jo
know
announced that yesterday.
it's most likely going to be a February update. Um, I need as much time as I can get, just because if I need to match scale but also have quality in the map, I don't want to just aimlessly paint a bunch of stuff and place a bunch of rocks and trees and call it a day. I want every part of the map to have meaning, and well thought out as well. So trees clipping into the ground or not fully clipping into the ground. We have a little bit more area, a little bit more in this area. But if we do take a look, we actually do have a little hatchy cave here. And if we do take a look, this little hatchy cave has some nice crystals, and it will be a nice little area. It isn't done. This was just a rough draft, considering also there's just a random floating crystal in the sky. But this is, something that you can expect. So you're hiding away from everything, but only a baby can get in here.
Finally, we have a place for babies to hide. That's something that's major. Because before, you go in a log, but acid spitters could go in a log. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now, don't get me wrong. This will require some tweaking. It is pretty small, but I might need to tweak it here and there. Obviously, the testing and stuff for the map will come out soon, and then I can really start sitting there and seeing what works, what doesn't. And then we also have a little area up here. Now, temporarily to make sure there's something happening with caves and I haven't just sealed them off, I have actually added some extra little areas. So if you tried, you could land up here and, nest. You could land over here as a baby if you really wanted to. You could hide in here. Um, there's tons of little spots. If you just spend some time looking, you're gonna notice there's tons of spots where you can hide or just hide away from acid spitters or anything else. And as well too, as we do actually have a little cliff here that's very much out in the open. And this is just so you can not be bothered by acid spitters. But you got to be careful though, because depending on where you are, if you're close to this side and your tail's overhanging or something like that, the acid spitter is going to be able to shoot you from here. So you got to be very careful.
Oh.
So there is an element of danger. And if they are true risk takers, they could try to jump off and land on the rocks. So you got to be very careful.
Yeah, that looks deadly. Now, do you have any other major ideas that you're allowed to share with us today? Or that you're willing to share with us today?
Well, I can say that the Ender River is being fully redone. It's not going to be recognizable at all. So that area currently has obviously been untouched. So anything gray I haven't touched just yet. But I am working on, adding more areas in river. So there's tons over in this general area here. I will add, end of river. There might be another pond. There may be also another waterfall, potentially, over here. But that would be pretty much it for river. And then
Okay.
for the rest of the map, that's when stuff does get quite interesting. So monuments obviously are a lot bigger. As you can see, just from cave alone, it's a lot bigger than what you guys are used to. And so with that, the other major places, for example, is Big Rock. So Big Rock is being redone eventually. So I don't want to share too much with that. It's going to be a lot better than what it is now. It's not just going to be a couple rocks. There's a whole monument there. It's going to actually spread, or it's going to be pretty large. So if I just open this up here and I add a cube, this is my size reference. So currently, Big Rock, I believe, is around. Oops, here we go. It's around like that big, roughly, I believe. So you have Big Rock that's. Oh, no, actually, it's a bit bigger than that. We'll say it's like around that big. So that's normally what Big Rock is now. With the new update, however, it does get quite a bit bigger. So you're looking at, a scale
That's a
of
big
roughly,
rock.
of roughly this big, but you're also going to have multiple, rocks all around. Just gotta scale it. But you're gonna have multiple rocks here, all around. So it's a big area. It's not gonna be a place you're gonna recognize unless you've already been there and you know exactly where it is. Another spot too that is being redone is Island. That's also going to be fully redone at some point. And another major one is Arch. So Arch is being fully redone. That's another monument I am keeping. And it is going to be roughly, I'd say, 4 or 5 times the size of what it is now. And you'll be able to fully fly through there. It's going to be pretty big. There's going to be like a little cave system, so to speak. You can actually go inside like the Arch, like the rock formation of Arch. You'll be able to nest there. There's going to be water sources, tons of food, all that stuff. So it's going to be another major hangout spot.
Now, are you willing to listen to what other people have ideas for?
Absolutely. I encourage it.
So
Anytime there's a Patreon stream, I always, ask, if you guys have any ideas, send them to me. I'll write them down, see what I like, what I don't like, and, go from there.
now, are you going to have a ton of caves going into the mountain?
Into this mountain?
Yeah.
So this actually is going to be, it actually holds a significant part of the map, especially for caves. I won't share what yet, but eventually this is a major area you'll want to be able to go to. As I will say this, to enter the massive ecosystem and stuff like that, you'll need this mountain.
Now, something I think would be awesome is if there was a huge cavern in there where there was lava. But that's just me.
So I don't know about that. That's kind of up in the air what's happening with that. However, what I can say is up here in this section of the map, there's going to be something interesting that's happening over here. So this is the lovely ravine we all know and love. So this is being changed. So it's going to be a little bit different than what you guys are used to. So you guys get to look forward to that. Crater as well actually is getting the boot. So the
not the crater.
The crater here is going away. However, it's going away from this location. It's not actually leaving us. So that will be moved somewhere else and also scaled up 3-4 times. So it's another massive monument. As for another major part of this map, especially in Legacy, is the Elder Forest. I'm not going to say what's happening there just yet, but it is definitely going to be a cool area to explore. And it will not contain a ton of shadow scale and acid spitter mushrooms.
Are they going to make it habitable? Right now, there's almost no food that you can't keep an entire clan of dragons alive back here if you wanted to inhabit this area.
Yes, there will be tons of areas where you can pick up food. It will be harder to survive in this area. It won't be as easy as, hanging out in River or Big Rock where there's tons of food. However, you can totally sustain a clan in here. In this single area. Obviously, there's some other issues with the map as well that have to be fixed. You know, the main problem is people are clipping through the map or the barrier in some areas, or they'll think they've been clever and they keep flying and then they ram their nose into an invisible wall. So that will be fixed. You're not going to be able to fly through the ground in some areas. But one thing actually that's really cool that I think you would like, if I know where to go.
Question for you: are you gonna put mountains around the outer edge that are impenetrable so that you can tell where the edge is?
There will be. I'm not entirely sure what I plan on doing with that just yet. There will be a system that you'll be able to clearly see is the world boundary, but I haven't fully decided what I want to do with that just yet.
Are you gonna be implementing the clouds and the storms into 1.0?
You mean these clouds?
Yeah, those clouds.
Yes. So the new sky system will be coming in 1.0, to my knowledge, and you'll be able to fully fly through the clouds. Do some really cool things with that.
Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so the clouds are coming to 1.0.
Yes.
That's still a thing. Okay, beautiful.
As well, too, for anyone who likes going above the clouds, you will be able to actually land on top of the mountain.
Oh.
Be able to see across everything.
That's something I worried about. Like, were we going to be able to get above the clouds and have somewhere to go?
It'll be a little tricky, but it is possible.
The next thing he showed me completely blew my socks off, but you're going to have to wait till tomorrow to see it. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you could, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Later, players.